Hello, everyone. Welcome back to some more Bridge. I think I did one of these in the last few weeks, right? Like, this is not totally foreign. Um, I realized recently that, like, I usually do crosswords during the week, and I usually don't do crosswords on the weekend. And BBO does a free 2-day weekend event. So maybe I'll play in that over the weekends as, like, my, usual way of operating, and I can record it. Could be interesting. Anyway, this is the. You guys can't see the top of the screen. It's cropped off. It just says the title of the tournament is the free weekend survivor. So if you do well enough in day one, you get to play day two. What are the? This is match points. So fine. And 8 boards, I think. Can I see that? Yeah, 8. And I guess it is just declare because I did not do any of this bidding, so we're in 5 diamonds. Great. At first glance, looks eminently makeable, but I do want to always you want to review the auction, see if there's any interesting inferences you can make from how the opponents behaved. Notably, there are 9 spades out there and nobody bid anything, so they also don't have a lot of high cards, so it's not a shocker. But like for example, we can say probably that the ace of spades, the king of spades, and the ace of diamonds are not all in the same hand, because that player could probably find a way to bid something. Doesn't seem that important, but, could happen. So we need to take 11 tricks in 5 diamonds. I mean, as always with these bridge videos, I know not a lot of people out there, my age anyway, play bridge. I'm aging into the demographic, though. I'm getting old enough that I'm no longer a huge outlier. So, I don't know. I mean, you can look at some of my earliest bridge videos on the channel to hear a description of like how it all works and what the game is. But here I'll sort of assume you know how to play bridge and describe what I'm thinking about at a... I don't know exactly what skill level I'm targeting here, but I don't know. I'll say some things that I think are obvious, even though they're obvious because some of you don't know them, but I'll probably skip over some things that are so obvious I didn't even realize you could not know them, so to speak. So we need to take 11 tricks to make 5 diamonds. Let's stop and count our tricks. What do we have? Well, we're going to lose 1 diamond, so 5 there. Ace, king, queen of hearts is 8. 2 clubs is 10. We're already pretty close, right? Now, we need to make sure we can actually get all of these hearts if we want to count them. We don't want to have to rough one of them because we've run out of non-heart tricks, for example, or have one of them roughed by the opponent. Rough being bridge slang for trump, i.e. to play a trump on a... I don't know, I'm not going to explain roughing. if the opponent plays a trump on your heart and they win the trick, then that would be sad, right? So the line that seems sort of obvious is to jump on the ace of clubs. Don't try any funny business like running this around to the jack. It'll work if West has the queen, and then we'll have found a 3rd club winner. But there's not really anything you can do with a 3rd club winner here anyway. Is there? I mean, sort of. But I also don't think West is likely to have the queen. You don't really lead the 6 from the queen when... because of the spot cards I can see, right? I can see the Jack 10, 9, 7. The 6 is likely one of West's higher clubs. And people, a general agreement people have is to lead a low card when you have something valuable in the suit and a high card when you don't. A high spot, anyway. So this could only be low from Queen 8, 6, which is not a very appealing suit to lead anyway. Especially with North having bid clubs so strongly. So West surely, I think, doesn't have the queen of clubs. So if we played low, we would just lose a club for no reason. Another way to approach this hand would be to count our winners. Sorry, I like to count our winners generally, but counting losers is an interesting shortcut that can give you some insights sometimes. I definitely have to lose a spade. Can't get rid of all of them and the aces out there. And I definitely have to lose a diamond. So I can't lose any more tricks if I want to take 11. Which means, importantly, I can't lose 2 spades. So I can't, like, duck a spade, or, use the 10 to force out the ace, and then the queen to force out the king, and then win the jack, or something like that. That won't be good enough. So I have to lose 1 spade, and then the other 2 I have to get rid of somehow. Either rough them in dummy, or pitch them on winners. Roughing them seems a lot easier. Like, I'm going to have to rough 1. I can only pitch 1 on a heart. I guess with heart split I could pitch all of them? There's a thought. What if I just won this club and played a diamond immediately? Let's say the opponents didn't figure out the joke, and they continued diamonds. Should I cut down on my spade roughs? I could play queen ace of hearts. I mean, if the hearts split, I could be so lucky as to discard all my spades. But, like, they probably don't, right? I think the obvious thing to do is to try to rough 1 spade and then pitch the other one on a heart. Well, lose a spade, rough a spade, and pitch the other on a heart. But it's hard to time that, because you have to make sure that you don't lose a second spade. So I feel like drawing 1 trump first makes sense, and see what opponents do. Okay, they're going to attack spades for me. Shouldn't be too hard to rough them now. Yeah, and now if I play low here, rough, cross. Yeah, as long as hearts are not 6-0, which I can't imagine they are, we have the remainder. So rough a spade. Draw the last trump, and claim. The robots understand that I'll be pitching the spade on a heart. Yeah, I don't think you can do much better than that here. I mean, yeah. The hearts, like, technically you could guess the hearts and score 5 heart tricks to pitch all 3 spades. But you definitely have to play diamonds first, and when East won the ace of diamonds, he immediately switched to a spade. I think because he's a computer and he decided that was the right thing to do, but, if I were a human sitting East, why would I switch to a spade here when it looks like Declaric and rough? The answer is, I have nothing in hearts. So these hearts are really scary. It looks like Declaric can use them to pitch any losers he has. And Declaric doesn't seem to have club losers. So the only things that... The scariest thing hearts can do is pitch spades, and we can defeat that by just, like, leading a spade. So, I don't know. Seems like what East did makes total sense. And I imagine the rest of the field will all play 5 diamonds and make it. Maybe some idiot will go down. It's hard to imagine somebody making 6, though. 1 spade. The auction was 1 spade. Okay, got it. Well, I do have quite a good hand. That's nice. I mean, we have 4 tricks here and 3 tricks here. So that's 7. That's all we need. But it sure would be nice to take a diamond or the queen of clubs or something like that, or maybe even a heart along the way. I don't think I'm really going to get that choice, though. I'm just going to do the most obvious thing in the world. Win clubs, lead spades. Win clubs, lead more spades. Hey, a diamond! Thank you. And then the queen! Oh my god. I don't know what hand West thought I had, but it's not the one I have. So that's good news. So that's one reason, like, I don't know, defending is just much harder than declaring most of the time. like you'll make mistakes while declaring for sure, and it sort of feels like there's a lot of things to think about as declare. You're like, oh, what if this? What if that? But as a defender, to even you don't even really, you need so much more information before you can decide what kinds of questions you should be asking. Like, you don't know that the declarer knows the total amount of stuff that your side has because you can see the dummy. The defense has just as much information. They can see their own hand and the dummy, but they see like half of their assets and half of your assets, and it's much more complicated to figure out what to do. And, especially as a robot, though, like, West, I suspect, said, well, it doesn't matter if I lead these diamonds because... I guess actually he was right. Because I'll have to play the queen on the first round and the ace on the second, so even if I can take 2 tricks... Like, I don't know. Why didn't he do that? Why didn't he switch to something else? Like, he could have let a heart. I guess his concern... No, I don't know. Anyway, I don't think a human is playing ace queen of diamonds here. But maybe, if partner has the king and also a club trick, which is still possible? No, it wasn't possible anymore. A heart trick? I don't know. Anyway, I mean, the field is getting just as lucky as I am there, so that's probably another average. I didn't do anything special. This is a much richer auction. We can get a lot of information from this. West has a balanced hand, which is what Gib means when it says all this shit. And it says 15 to 18 points, typically, is what people mean for one no trump. East's 2 diamonds shows hearts, and then he passed. North doubled for penalty, and then doubled hearts. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Is that penalty or takeout? South took it out, so I guess it must be takeout. But the description of, I have exactly 2 hearts is just obviously a stupid description. Gib doesn't understand what this bid means, but he made it anyway. Right. The point is, we know a ton about West's hand, and no small amount about East's hand either. How many points do we have? Well, there's 12 here, and 9 there is 21. There are 19 points outstanding, and West has 15 to 18 of them. Right? So, call it 16 on average. East has just 3 points, like a king or a queen and a jack or something like that. East probably doesn't have a single ace, for example, which is not a surprise. West probably has the ace here, but... So, it'll be pretty impactful if we can find out which cards East actually does have, given that he has so few. Wow! 10 of hearts. Okay. Call me crazy, but I think we might play low here. It sort of feels natural to just jump on the ace because you can rough the 3 and the 4. But trumps, aren't unlimited. And I kind of need to rough a lot of stuff anyway. Like, what am I doing with these diamonds? If I could pitch one on a heart, that might be useful. You can't. It's hard to, like, rough both diamonds and rough both hearts and draw trumps and, score your clubs without anybody else roughing them. So, if we could win a trick with the queen, it would be useful. It's not like it's just a complete waste. It's not like we were going to be able to rough both of these for free. And I think West probably does have the king of hearts. Obviously, if West had the king of hearts and could see my hand, they would never lead the 10. They would lead the king. But from a holding like king 10-9 third or fourth or something, king 10-9 and maybe one smaller card, the 10 is sort of the natural lead. And importantly, the 10 denies the jack, assuming that Gib makes leads more or less like a human, and I think it more or less does. I think it understands that, like, you're not supposed to... If you're leading touching honors on defense, you should lead the highest one so your partner knows. Anyway. So if East has the jack, we said East has at most like a jack and a queen. Well, okay. Maybe a jack and a king, but probably only like a jack and a queen or less. And if East has the jack, it's very difficult for him to have the king as well. And at least if he does have the king, we'll be wrong when I play a low heart to the queen. East will win the king, I'll be sad. But I'll have placed every high card. I'll know how to play the rest of the hand. So, yeah, see? West did have the king. Okay, great. So what does it mean that West led the king of diamonds and then switched to a heart? Why not continue diamonds? If you had ace, king, queen of diamonds, it might be tempting to continue, but also, like, why bother? The diamonds don't seem to be going anywhere, at least the second one. So I kind of feel like West, if he could, would like to lead Trump, right? That seems like a very desirable thing to do. But obviously, holding the king of Trump, it would be quite not good to lead to Trump. So I think maybe West was hoping that East could get on lead and lead a Trump for him. So West probably has the king and jack of Trump as well, would be my guess. But certainly the king. I mean, nothing is certain in this world, but it would be quite surprising if East had the king. So I'm just going to lead the queen here. There we go. Now we're only losing one Trump, right? Just the jack. And I think I want to get back to diamonds now. I did find the 10 over here. That's nice. Yeah, jack and a spade. I understand. Oh, no, you have 4 of them. That's sort of bad news. Although, is it? Like, what I could try... He says pitched a club. What I could try would be to win this in hand, ruff a diamond, pitch a diamond on the heart, and then go after clubs. The problem with that is, what if West has 3 clubs to the queen, which seems quite possible. I won't be able to enjoy the long clubs. If instead I just win the 9 right now and finesse the club, then I'll get 1 fewer diamond ruff, but 1 more club trick, which sort of comes out the same. But also it's possible East has, I said I think East has a queen. I can't tell yet whether it's in diamonds or clubs. If it were clubs, I would be very happy. But East pitched the 2 of clubs, which I don't think you would do holding queen 3rd or queen 4th here. Just seems crazy. So I think West does have the queen of clubs. East probably the queen of diamonds. I guess one possibility is that when I win this in hand and ruff a diamond, the queen might fall. No, because I think East has the queen of diamonds, and I know East has the 10 of diamonds, so they won't have to play the queen here. Well, let's hope West's queen of clubs is falling then, shall we? Let's just win this in hand. Take the ruff and the pitch. I don't think there's any harm in leading the jack, right? And maybe East covers for some crazy reason. Oh, okay. Well, so much for that. Does that mean West has 4 clubs? Did I miss a club pitch from East? I don't remember. If West has a 4th club, this is great. He does. Oh, how nice. Obviously, West could have won the queen there, but he saw he'd have to give me the 10 either way, so, just flip a coin on as to whether you play the queen or not. It doesn't matter. Okay, that turned out pretty well, I think. Whoa, we're in 6 no trump, huh? Yeah, I guess that's fair enough. I have 17 points. Partner showed a great hand by jumping to 6 clubs. So it's 3 clubs, I mean. So how are we for tricks? Looks like we have enough. 4, 10, 12. Oh, I don't even have to set anything up in hearts? Is that right? The clubs are definitely coming in, even if the opposing club split 5-0, so we have 6 of those. We have 4 diamonds is 10. 2 spades is 12. So yes, I could just cash 12 tricks right away. But of course it's match points. How could we score 13? There are 2 possibilities that I see. We could put in the jack. That's the obvious one. If West has the queen of spades, then congratulations. We will win the jack, and that'll be our 3rd spade trick and our 13th total trick. However, nobody really leads... I don't know. I was going to say, against 6 no trump, you usually lead passively, not aggressively. So you try to avoid giving up a trick rather than trying to work to set one up. But I guess after 3 clubs, the club suit is a real menace. And you might have to set up whatever trick you have before Declare can pitch his losers on clubs. So maybe an aggressive lead here is called for, in which case it wouldn't be a shocker if West has the queen. So, okay, that's a possibility. The other possibility would be to play the king, and then, as we cash 10 minor suit tricks, we'll squeeze any player who has the ace of hearts as well as the queen and 10 of spades. Not super likely to work, obviously, since we need 3 different cards all in the same hand. But if we play the king, and then these 10 tricks, each player will only have 3 cards left, right? Dummy will keep the jack of spades and 2 hearts. And, wait, is this right? Am I counting something wrong? No. Even less. Because we'll pitch something from dummy. Right, so we'll play 6... 10 tricks, pitch a heart. So dummy will keep the jack of spades and the 9 of hearts. And Declare will keep the ace 9 of spades and no hearts. And then the defense will each have to come down to 2 cards as well, right? So if somebody has the ace of hearts and both relevant spade cards, they can't keep all 3 of them. If they pitch the heart, the 9 wins. If they pitch either spade, then the 9 wins when I cash the ace, dropping their 2nd spade. So that's a possibility. That's like 1 in 4 to work. Because we need both spades to be in whichever hand the heart is in. I think on balance, so you might then ask, okay, well, if that's 1 in 4... what do we think are the odds that West has led away from the queen of spades? I mean, it doesn't seem impossible. Some aggression does seem called for. I think on balance, I'm going to take the simple, straightforward pedestrian play and just put in the jack here. There's not really any coming back from it. If I have to commit to one of the 2 lines right now. And I think this one's probably more likely to work. Hey! Okay, well, taking 13 tricks just like all the other idiots who saw a free finesse and put in the jack, but at least I thought about the other line. And indeed, the squeeze would not have worked. So that would be a way to talk myself out of an easy 13 tricks. Okay, we're in 2 hearts. I wonder, are the scores available? I can't see the other table's results until I'm done, right? Yeah, okay. So we'll do a post-mortem afterwards rather than hand by hand. We know, again, a lot about the West hand. This one, no trump rebid, is quite strong. All right, yeah, 18 to 19. Meanwhile, we have a lot as well, right? Sort of, I guess. 8, 9, plus 8 is 17. So Give West 18, 35 between these three hands, so East has about 5. Okay, West has heart stops. All right. I mean, I don't know. I'm just going to play some cards for a minute and see what happens. Sure. I'm a bit tempted to just chuck a spade on this. Why bother roughing, yeah? I'm definitely losing this spade anyway, and I'm not keen to get rid of my hearts just yet. I'd love if they kept working to set up dummies diamonds, so... Yeah, I love it when West's on lead. He hates leading. Let's make him do it again. Okay, tries a spade. Got him. Now what? We could draw trumps, or we could go after clubs. I don't think setting up a diamond makes any sense. I mean, West almost certainly has the ace of hearts. Might have the queen of hearts as well. No guarantees on that. But even if I, suppose East has the queen of hearts. That would be desirable for me, right? Because I could lead the jack and cover East's play and therefore, avoid losing a trick to the queen. But what if East just ducks? The ace gets over here, and it's not like I have a million entries to dummy to keep leading hearts. And if East has queen fourth of hearts, even if I do lead a heart twice, East can just duck and eventually win the queen. So a heart finesse doesn't look like that important a thing to do. Probably I'm meant to just play a club here. I don't know. Maybe it's worth it to just get rid of the outstanding trumps. Do I still get to enjoy the clubs if I do that? Maybe. Right? Heart loses the queen, let's say. Spade. Heart loses the ace. Spade ruffed. Now I can draw 2 trumps and that'll be all of them. And yeah, I think I have enough hearts that I should be okay here. What if it goes heart diamond from West? It looks like it's setting up dummies diamonds, but I don't think I actually can get to them, so that's probably a better thing for the defense to do. On the other hand, it doesn't really save me tempo to attack clubs before hearts anyway. Okay, well, I'll just lead a heart. There's the queen. No big shocker there. But a heart continuation is good news. It was the ace. Wow. Okay, so East has no other cards. I mean, obviously 8 cards, but none of them are relevant. Maybe a jack, we were saying. Okay, well, this has gone better than I had hoped. So we know West has... Was I wrong to pitch a diamond? Probably not. Good. King of clubs popping. That's all I needed. Now I can take the rest. Queen, ace, jack of clubs, and the ace of spades. If West had ducked there and had 4 clubs, I would have been in a little trouble. Quite a hand. Unfortunately, no trumps at all in dummy, huh? 10 and 11 is 21. This shows 5 to 7, or 5 to, I don't know, 6 to 10, sure. 6 to 9, I think, is what's in the books, but I feel with 10, most people would not bid only 2 diamonds. So East has the remainder of the missing 21 points. 11 to 15. Probably 12, since you don't usually open 11-point hands. So at least 12. The diamond lead, huh? So West has the queen, jack of diamonds. East has the ace. Unfortunate. Yeah, this is miserable. I'm not making this. Unless by some miracle West has the ace, queen, jack of diamonds and has led the queen. I don't think that's likely. Still, I don't see much point in ducking the diamond. If East has the ace, he'll know not to play it and then cash the ace later. And it's not important to control which of the defenders is on lead at this point, I don't think. So might as well just play the king and hope against hope that somehow West has the ace. Of course he doesn't. So we're going to lose 3 diamonds, 2 hearts, and at least 1 spade. So we're down at least 2. If the defense were so friendly as to lead a club here, I could pitch my heart losers, but of course they're not going to do that. So I think this hand sort of plays itself, and like you're not happy about what happens, but what are you going to do? Yeah, the spades aren't splitting in. I'm going to lose 2 spades. So that's down 3 then? I mean, I didn't bid this, although I don't think South's bids were unreasonable. Just a bit unlucky to find such a completely useless dummy. I forget, did partner bid anything? Yeah, partner bid 3 clubs. I mean, you know, we have a club void that's a little disappointing, but, or discouraging, let's say. Still, like, we have a pretty good hand, and partner's 3 clubs shows some strength. I feel like maybe partner should not have given up at 3 clubs. I don't know. Like, could we be in 3-0 or something? Not really. 4 clubs is not much better than 4 spades, is it? I guess it is. 4 clubs, well, as it turns out, with the queen jack of clubs dropping, you would do a lot better. You would actually make 4 clubs. But even ignoring that, like the fact that you can get to the spades even if they're not trump is important. The clubs are dead if they're not trump. So just unlucky that I don't know, whatever, it doesn't matter. We're probably going to get about 50% on that board because everyone's going to be miserable. What's happening here? I bid spades twice and East balanced with 1 no. All right. Sort of guaranteed that East has the king of spades here, I think. It just seems like there's nothing to do on this hand, right? Just put in the 10, finesse the spade again, lose 3 clubs and a heart? I think so. Might as well see if they're going to let me rough a club, but obviously they won't. I don't think there's any danger in this. Yeah, okay. As predicted, no dice. Well, I'll run everything and see if for some reason they pitch all their clubs, but once again, they obviously won't. All right, pretty boring hand. Maybe there'll be someone who doesn't realize they need to put in the 10 at trick 1, and they'll take 1 fewer trick. Actually, they won't even be punished for that, will they? Because, sure, East will play low and we'll be here, but then the defense can't draw trump, so we get a club rough after all. And you lose 1 more spade but 1 fewer club. It turns out the same. It's like impossible to take anything but 9 tricks here. 5 clubs, a big contract. Opponents were silent. We have 11 and 14 is 25. So opponents have 15 points. Okay. The ace of hearts is in the East hand since West is leading low. So we're going to lose 1 heart. We can rough a heart. We have the king. So seems like the only thing to do is take the trump finesse here. hope for the best. They're leading it for me. Fine. Hey, okay. I don't think it matters whether I ruff a heart now or before repeating the club finesse. I guess it's better to do it now, because you never know. Maybe diamonds are 6-0, and I try to cross the ace and it gets roughed. Spades could be 7-0. I mean, probably not. Somebody would have bid spades if they had all 7 of them, probably. Diamonds are probably safe. But, like, hearts are definitely safe, so let's just do this. Now, yeah, this just can't... Okay. Nothing can go wrong there. And we claim the rest. All right, done with the tournament. We won't get the final results till tomorrow, but we should get provisional results whenever we want them. Should we not? Complete. No, that's a previous one. Did they not give provisional results on this? I thought they did. There they are. Okay, it's pretty good. Actually, we can... Let's see. How do I... If I look at recent tournaments, this one... This is the one I just did, right? Nope. Why is it so hard? Okay, I mean, I can look at my results? Yes. Wait. Is this the right one? No, this is the wrong... Okay. History. My table. Recent hands? Oh my god. I lost the dang old... I can't look at the provisional results anymore? No. Weekend Survivor, day 1, complete. Provisional results. Okay. So you can't look at Travelers, but we can... Oh, and I can't look at the hands either, because they're gone? Hand records? Well, yeah, I guess maybe it could be here. No. Results of recent tournaments? No. That's annoying. Oh, pop out? Provisional results. No. Well, why can't I see my table? That's what bugs me. I mean, they were there until I... Yeah. Well, that's too bad. I wanted to talk through whether there was anything interesting that came up. I think I did a pretty good job of talking through it as it was happening, though. Wasn't this one where I said it would be impossible to take anything but 9 tricks? Apparently somebody managed to do better, but not many people, as you can see. Very close to an average score. Wonder why I did so well here. I don't remember that hand. But the rest of it is just like kind of normal stuff. Oh yeah, this one, probably everybody did the same thing here, right? Huh. Maybe somebody let them cash a diamond pitching a loser there? I remember there was some like ace king tight of diamonds in hand and queen fifth in dummy. Maybe somehow somebody got access to the queen of diamonds to pitch a club loser? Huh. Okay, well, I won't do the postmortem then, since I can't find the boards, and I'm not going to bother to edit it together tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.